What I'm about to say, your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed...
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken...
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill...
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt, Havria. Morax used a rather
What?
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event...
No, it's just...
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you.
Put down your weapon and...
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya.
The Fatui say that...
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared with the ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes? Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor must respect their duty.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then, let's head out now, shall we?
Wait, if you were studying archaeology, can...
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you on your future adventure. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished, it will still be a meaningful...
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one. It will
Oh? What?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a way to open it.
Hey, Paimon's good at that too!
Well, that is quite... Well, let's go. There's... An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. But a piece of the god's limb would... This place...
Huh? Paimon thinks it looks real...
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big...
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be, if you wish to learn about the gods or the history of the Archon War. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the overlord of the Vortex. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's...
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis, but due to the different angles they landed at, they're large centers. So besides wind erosion...
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the overlord of...
So you're saying, I mean, rich with, well, since we brought...
Okay then. I will go with my friend here.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession.
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare, let's meet on the... The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
Guyan Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Let me scry.
Shadows of Fate! Boba, get them! Animal test 60%.
Let me scry.
Scatter! Nice and spicy! Propagate!
A reward on the road. A reward on the road.
here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. The hydromonic monsters. I have a contract, and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them, and recover the relic. It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
You call yourself a scholar?
We all have our areas of
Oh, stop!
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about... She left me to rely...
I've just been researching the God of Salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so? And you? You kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
I mean, isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way?
Now. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex. But they have nothing to do with the stone slab.
Quick, give it! At least we didn't come for nothing. But these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the...
So, it's only valuable for reasons?
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the God of Salt is But you? You're just...
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear. If I'm lying, may the Lord...
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber.
Ah, I see.
See? You do want...
So what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be... All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt. I heard that Salterai was once the home of the god of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics.
According to legend, the people of the god of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for...
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. I found a mechanism that seemed... So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are... I don't know. The god of Salt, so...
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of...
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a mountain of treasure...
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us.
This seal seems to be quite ancient.
I may know something. Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do... Let's go take a look at the mechanism.
Okay, since... Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of Salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monument. When I investigated but when we lit up all the elemental monuments...
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
I think I've heard...
Certainly you have. And the contents of this saying are also related to provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been at that time. And that haven she eventually found is right here.
How sad that...
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we...
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. With this clue, you should be able...
Is this an answer from this world?
Here, let me...
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
I'll keep this close.
Look! The seal really was broken! I can do it.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth, lost to time. Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless...
Okay.
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
Hey! Don't pass...
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to
I don't agree either.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden.
You have the audacity to demand this! Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the God of Salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. If we discover...
I can accept this arrangement. Well then.
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Ugh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin? Look at this! It's filled.
Oh, it just looks like a fancy salt holder.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary...
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless.
Finally. After all, I just need to pour the...
Hey! How can you use a relic?
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract.
Of course, as we agree.
Since we have a contract,
Then let's move on, shall...
Rise! Solidify!
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't...
this, if I remember correctly,
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with... When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear.
What? That's even better than the salt check.
Well then, according to our
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of this? And this girl has been useless.
Oh boy. Here we...
So you are saying you want to...
So what if I break it? Let's not forget who hired who here.
Because you agreed to a... Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contract
That is one of your Liyue god.
will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may find it rather unpleasant.
Pay your dues! Crumble! Careless! Quake! Leaving so soon? This is order! Can't run from death.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further.
Oh, darn you!
Some archaeological... Yeah! Good thing...
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that make... When people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able... I think we should be honest with...
Huh?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition came here for archaeology.
Why do you...
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the God of Salt. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the God of Salt. I believe those legends about the God of Salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talent. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of our ancestors were those protected by the God of Salt all those years ago.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue are very...
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. We hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and... We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli?
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Liyue is no longer Morax's Liyue. Come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
Gather! Rise! Solidify!
Delve into destiny, written in the stars.
Quake!
This is a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the God of Salt had to fight back! Fight back against the evil The power of this sword surely is... If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power...
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true.
Yes. But the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take two relics at the same time.
Zhongli, she seems like...
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is...
No! If I only take one half, then it can't be repaired. And the power of the... No matter what, I must... Even if it breaks the contract.
So you are already decided?
Zhong...
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the...
That's okay. The God of Salt punished me however...
No, you can't...
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. As punishment.
Huh? The truth.
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking... I'm afraid to say that the God of Salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the seven. During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of... But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the... However, during such a long war, there is no... After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands.
No.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade?
This sword is not a relic belonging to the God of Salt, but is instead the murder weapon.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true!
As I said before.
Preposterous! You are a...
Hey! Come back!
It is a punishment after all. I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear.
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
What are all these? What did they see? What?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will... This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this the Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat.
But what about...
No matter how weak the god, The power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee, those of her people who were untouched by this disaster, left for Liyue, where they sought refuge. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal, so they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, but they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse?
This must be a lie. Don't you dare try to...
Yikes.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad, judging by how she appeared. I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth, indeed. In ages past, faith in a god who has all... So it is for Havria. And so it... All right then. Now...
Huh?
Treading old ground, one cannot help but be reminded of old... Now, I mentioned before that many gods of the Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And I ended an era with my own two hands. History records, but history may be changed. I need to find stone carvings.
Zhongli.
Therefore, you are one who, as long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts. Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Huh? Why do we need...
As I said before, this is the place. This includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
Hi, Catherine.
As a matter of fact, there's one that looks perfect for Uncle Dai is.
What is it we have to...
I believe you'll be looking for.
Ooh, looking...
I have no reason to doubt. I'm sure the details can.
I am in.
Right again!
All right. My assistant should be a.
Woo woo!
Well, to tell you the truth,
So there, do you think we're not up to the job?
it just occurred to me that last time I. Besides, this guy. I'd go as far to say that there's not a soul on Tevat that knows.
You're a fool if...
Oh? And why?
Because Tevat's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend. Ha ha! Paimon Zhongli is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
A toast to our success.
In our last...
Zhongli, there you are!
Oh, here for a few tales? I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you.
Ah, something I'm rarely short of.
We need someone who understands.
So,
Take out the requester claims to have enlisted Tevat's number.
you appear to have taken his claim quite personally on my behalf.
Oh, no. It's just... Paimon just wants...
I see.
Really?
But I should inform you that despite my expertise, I cannot necessarily claim we are at all times adrift in a sea of...
Stop. Well, we got him.
I can't believe the well got polluted.
Uncle Don.
Oh. And,
Yep. Paimon...
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
uh-huh. So you say. Little my guy. It's no use me singing.
Is this the place?
Aha! Speak of the devil. Young Kun, these are two adventurers assigned to... Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhongli. I've heard about you.
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
Huh?
Then they can figure out a way to test each other.
A contest? Why,
I admire your enthusiasm, good sir.
Stop talking the talk.
I'm just saying it like I see it.
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Kunjun.
Well, no. He saw me holding a rock.
I saw him on my way over to Liyue. I asked him a few questions.
So, do you have...
Not exact. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption. If I'm not mistaken, this is a rough gem from another nation.
Ah,
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining. My intuition...
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. They had no inkling of the treasure that lay within. Purity and in the moment of its form.
Such a detailed description. Almost say.
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and...
Well, if Xiangli says so, it must be true.
I've yet to encounter...
I've seen many.
Of course not. Uncle Dai, it would be...
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, I led a team around the...
So 4
Yes, there were
workers in this...
Huh. Such a huge mine.
Underground, overground.
We'll need to explore the site ourselves.
Very well. I'll wait.
So strange. How could the 4 of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something? What? Over here, a pile of...
A few every day.
One? Huh. These must be spin...
The 4 of them have been gone for 6 days.
There's also a few
Items for washing one's...
So, they...
Correct. Improbable. There are 4... They had time to take their tools, but not their...
Huh. Why would some...
1. They were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an Or 2. They were forced to leave.
Oh.
It's certainly a possibility.
If they didn't... Kunjun.
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here.
Or... What?
Let's find out. I'll... Okay.
Looks like he's concentrating.
I see.
A child?
I'm...
Also, how did...
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little... I can perceive the
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no...
You mean you can put your...
I've always sensed that ore...
Amazing!
It depends on the ore. Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They
Stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare...
I'm glad I can... Based on what I saw...
This will take us north, away...
North. Another clue from...
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. I don't... I stayed behind. I ended up... Maybe...
So the men that were out... Perhaps an accident.
What is... An on-site... We found some clues. Time to report... report back to Uncle Dai.
You're back. How?
We found 3 First, there are 4.
Forced to? But
Who indeed? Those who kept work.
now that you mention it, I recall. Could someone have entered the site and
This leads me to my.
a child? But there are no settlements here for.
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following a child.
Where did they go?
We believe that they followed the road north, away.
North. Right. I'll rally my men and head in. You've been invaluable to.
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if they set out.
You're right. There are only a few settlements. In the meantime, you could.
Agreed.
All right. Me and my men.
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at...
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the...
Wait.
Huh? Oh yeah! Where's Kunju? Kunjun, what are you searching for? We're all out of clues. Let's get going.
Apologies.
Dragonfall. Dragonfall is often used.
In fact, I've been feeling...
Oh, Paimon!
It sounded so... Perhaps if I can retrieve some...
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor.
Really?
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm will...
Great! Let's have a... Boba, get them! Nice and spicy!
Fate is upon you. Shadows of fate. Leave it all to me.
You're open!
Delve into destiny.
I'll keep this close.
There are tracks here! These must have been left by the...
Let us make our way... It would appear that they made their way through Link.
If we follow their...
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they may well have seen them.
Hi there! Have you...
A miner?
Hello! Have you...
Stop bothering me!
Jeez! Whatever.
It must have been about 4 or 5...
Yeah!
4 or 5 days ago. It appears that they were moving slower than we'd anticipated.
It was so strange. 4 big guys with lifeless expressions.
Huh. This child.
I caught a glimpse. Blue hair, short.
And they took...
Yes, they...
Let's go after... More footprints. There's a person over there.
Help! Please save me!
Is that one of the people we're looking for? Oh, rescue first. Ask questions later.
Decided by destiny. Propagate.
Those monsters were... My name is Wanyu.
Huh?
A miner?
Yeah, we're looking for a group of 4...
I think...
Really?
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju Pass. About halfway there, I came across... I was in a hurry. I didn't get a...
I think that's all we needed.
I hope it's useful. I'd better get going.
According to this scholar, the miners were heading for Nantianmen.
Can we be absolutely sure that it was the men that were looking...
A child with a group of adults. Sounds pretty cool.
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more.
Aha!
It looks promising. I'll do my best. It's the same group, all right.
Mr. Kunjun.
I suppose it is an asset.
It's a good thing we...
It feels like we're cracking a crypt.
Be that as it may, we would do well. 4 fully grown men in a trance-like state, walking ceaselessly day and night, over hills and mountains, led by a child.
Oh, you're quite right.
That's not all. Our scholar was attacked by Geovishap hatchlings, but the level of aggression they exhibited was We have encountered many clues along the... The miners headed in the direction of Nantienmen the day before yesterday. From here, they would have had to navigate a perilous mountain road.
Great!
I left a mark in the vicinity just now. If Uncle Dai does pass through here...
Clever thinking! Hey! Over here on the ground! Is this one of the missing people?
There's a basket lying...
Hey!
Judging by his appearance,
Should we...
I can...
Sounds like he's whispering.
it seems that he thinks he still has... There's a camp nearby.
How is he? He
He's worked himself into a stupor. Thankfully, he's not in serious danger.
Paimon heard him talking about this.
It's certainly a possibility.
It looks like there's something... Are these... Oh, I just witnessed the memories within these ore fragments. This person brought these fragments out of the mine. He's one of the 4 that were searching.
How he came to be here is what we...
So he was killed? But if they didn't need...
Unless something happened.
Ugh. Paimon's had enough.
Oh, wait a moment. Seeing these fragments has jogged my memory. I have...
What is it?
Something for...
As I mentioned, before I met Uncle Dai, I was in a daze. After setting out with you on this case, I was so happy when Uncle Dai enlisted you to help. I would never have managed to track... These are some crystals that I bought from the market. Not any old crystals, mind you. This purity is extraordinarily rare. One for each of you. A memory, if you will.
It's beautiful.
But of course, take it. And this one is... Huh? Is something...
On the contrary. I just hadn't anticipated receiving it, but thank you.
I'm pleased you like them. Oh, I see more rocks over there. You should all get some rest. I'm going to scan the surroundings.
You sure like rock.
Ores are the crystals of the earth. Get some rest and call me when you're ready to set off.
Rest easy. Oh, however...
Huh? What?
Traveler. Does Dragon...
You mean the ore that Kunjun's looking for?
Dragonfall is an incredibly rare ore used in forging. The majority of regular crystals are formed in high-temperature environments. Dragonfall, on the other hand, is formed as a product of elemental...
Elemental reactions can...
Indeed they can. However, only a minority can survive for long periods of time. Dragonfall first emerged in the midst of a great battle, thousands of years ago. Power, and yet they are crystal creations all the same. Why is it then that a citizen of Liyue now wishes...
Yeah, if he knows of its existence, surely he knows all... Weird.
There are those in the mining trade who retain a keen interest in Dragonfall. But for someone like Mr. Kunjun, whose motivation...
Ulterior motive?
A conclusion that is presently impossible to reach. Don't forget, rescuing those miners is... We're drawing closer to our goal. I believe we should continue to follow this road through. When you're well rested, we should ensure...
No problem. I'm done here.
Any result?
There are many Then again, the memories of ore can shift with the passage of time and the changing of the environment. Difficult to say. I feel that ore memories tend to be from the recent past.
So there's never any ancient memories?
Rocks endure, but as
That makes sense.
Indeed. Let's keep going. Wow.
And there's so many mysterious...
This ancient... Let's conduct separate investigations. I'll take that area. All right, then.
Kunjun, can you see anything?
Well, there is this stone tap...
Doesn't seem very interesting.
Huh. It's worth a try, surely. Let me see. Oh! This is...
Hey, what's wrong?
Just a bit lightheaded. Not...
Whatever. Paimon's going to... If you don't try...
Oh.
When has Paimon ever come up... Wait a minute. Paimon can fly.
All of you.
Huh? Quick, let's...
This has been newly dug. It would appear our answer...
Is that a voice coming from the tunnel?
Compose yourselves. There is an unusual presence emanating from inside the tunnel.
Huh?
This is...
The missing miners are here. What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
Huh? That gate. Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere until the gate.
So behind the seal What do we do? We can't hurt them!
so. The little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, Ejdah, this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not your words. Your life is mine.
Time to clean up. I must leave no stone un...
Quake!
Let me scry. Scatter!
From rock to dust. Sooner or later.
Springboard!
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
Fate is upon you.